Hello and welcome back to Unprogrammable's playthrough of Shadowrun Returns. We just went through I don't even remember, the Telestrian Industries building, and came out, I believe, with Project Aegis, but then got caught by Klusky here, jerk. So let's see what he has to say, I guess, before we get going. McCluskey smirks. What? Want some advice, moron? Of course you don't. You're a Shadowrunner and you live by your own rules, don't ya? I suggest you keep your smartass remarks to yourself this time, elf. Mr. Telestrian isn't some street meat you can impress or intimidate. He's the brains behind the throne of Tyr Tarngyr. I can't really say that with his voice, or my voice, so good right. And one of the richest men in Seattle. And he holds your leash, right, McCluskey? You his lapdog? Should I be impressed? Richer than hell elves take a dump the same way I do, McCluskey. I kinda like that one. Richer than hell elves take a dump the same way I do, McCluskey. His eyes widen and his smirk gets even broader. That's the right attitude, chummer. You're just the same as Mr. Telestrian. Yes, you are. The only difference is that you got no money and got no power. So tell me again, Drek for brains. What is it you got? Honor? Free will? Indigestion? Let's go with, free will. You're dumber than I thought. Enjoy your chat. I'll dispose of your body later. Fuck you, man. I really hope I get to shoot McCluskey. Really hope. And this is, Mr. Something. The fussy elf with the air of Victorian butler studies you from the toes to the tips of your pointed ears before he speaks. Mr. Quoth, sorry, that's what his name is. Mr. Telestrian is expecting you. You will find him in his office. You his butler? Thank you, Jeeves. This is an extraordinary estate. May I look around before I see you? Or see him? Yeah, let's go with you, his butler. I am Mr. Quoth, his head of household. So yeah, you are. Mr. Telestrian is waiting for you in his office. He is not one to be kept waiting. Okay. I'm gonna look around. I assume his office is over there. Aldrin, what? Why are you here? What the hell? What do you want? Algernon. There's a twinkle in Algernon's eye that wasn't there when you spoke at the Seamstresses' Union. It is good to see you again. There's much to do. Run in some pretty different circles, don't you, Algernon? The hell are you doing here? Okay, my magical friend, explain yourself. Well, let's go with my actual initial reaction, which was, what the hell are you doing here? I am doing what I do unprogrammable, providing those in need with the tools they require. Seek me out after you've spoken to James Teletrian. Perhaps I can be of service again. I don't like that very much. Why is he, that's weird. That's weird. Alright, let's go talk to this, Mr. whatever. See what he has to say. Mr. whatever the third. He's kind of spooky looking, eh? He's like wispy. As you approach James Celestian III looks up. As you approach, James Celestian III looks up from the computer screen built into the surface of his desk and assesses you. Calculating and cold, a practiced smile comes to his face. He vibes the kind of rich you don't get from Trivet. It's not the clothing or the trappings or the bow before your betters mansion. It's something else. The feeling that you're being categorized as a resource or a liability or a pawn. He's like rich for a reason. I have been reviewing the results of your visit to my Seattle office last night. I admit they are impressive. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, and cost my Vice President of Security his job. In 24 hours you've accumulated quite a bill with me, sir. How do you intend to settle your debt? take a check. You already confiscated the container I took. I have no other bargaining chips. Or etiquette corporate. I wonder which one I'm going to pick. Once my current assignment is complete, I would be happy to discuss working off my debt to you, Mr. Telestrian. Let's choose that one. I like taking advantage of my etiquette. That discussion may happen one day, assuming the outcome of this conversation does not result in your immediate termination. When one is in my debt, they remain in my debt until such time that I decide that that debt is repaid. There will be no negotiation on that point. However, you have one piece of information which you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took what you took. I'm interested to know why you and your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private offices to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a simple research project. Most protected item is usually the most valuable, that's why I took it. It goes like this. Your half-brother Sam Watts hired me to find his own killer. He had a dead man switch. When I find the killer, I get paid. I took the Aegis sample to kill giant insect spirits. Let's go with I took the Aegis sample to kill giant insect spirits. I don't know if he's a half-brother at all. I find your bluntness somehow refreshing. He touches a button on his desk. Mr. Quoth, please ask my daughter to join us. Oh, shit. It's her. The young, pretty elf has dark circles under her eyes and a haunted expression on her face. She recognizes you instantly. It's you, the man. You're the man who helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? Lestrian cuts in quickly. Thank you, Marie-Louise. You have confirmed the identity of your rescuer and given me reason to forgive him for his trespasses against me. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. You got out okay, Marie-Louise. You did well back there. Without you, we'd all be dead. This guy's your father? I don't really want to poke at what she did, so let's go with good to see you. Good to see you got out okay, Marie-Louise. I'm not okay. Can't sleep at all. I'm afraid that this is a dream and that I'll wake up and I'll still be there with the bugs. You can relax, Marie-Louise. You are safe. It is over. No, it won't be over until they're all dead, she shudders. You didn't see them. You don't understand. You and those men you flew in here, all you do is talk. It's just like you to form a committee, father. I knew that someone had to take action, that's why I got Harkeem involved. The already cold exterior of James Telestrian III turns to ice. I see. It was you and your crippled little friend who leaked Aegis to this man. We will speak of it later, in private. Now then, unprogrammable, there are people I wish you to meet, the committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a man of the streets such as yourself. I urge you to behave. We will adjourn to the library. Would be delighted. Not... Oh, out there. I'm not really a committee joining sort of guy. Sounds like I don't have much of a choice. Well, you know what? Let's go with the reality of it. Sounds like I don't have much of a choice. Not if you wish to draw another breath. No. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize I saved his daughter. That's super convenient. There is a weight in Telestrian's library, a sense of magnitude and of purpose. You are no longer in the presence of mere wealth. You are in the presence of history. We got Algernon, this guy, that girl, and this guy. Cool. Lady and gentlemen, this is Unprogrammable. He is the elf who saved my daughter, and the only one who has faced our common enemy in combat. Herr Brachus, what does the representative of the great dragon Lofware have to tell us about the magical insect this Shadowrunner uncovered? I guess that's this guy over here. And there's dragons? That's pretty sweet. Damn. Brachus speaks slowly with a deep, melodious German accent. So I can't do German accents very well. I might try, but we'll see. He takes his time accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were delicacy. Man, I feel like if I do a German accent, it's just gonna either offend anyone who's German who's watching, or any accent I'm actually doing that's not German. So yeah, let's just let's see let's see what I can do. Yeah, maybe I can turn it into one. My Lord Lorfweir has witnessed the insect spirit's physical manifestation before, roughly 9,000 years ago. As you are aware, magic ebbs and flows from the earth, cycling from peak to peak over the course of 5,200 years. And as the level of magic grows, Harlequin, creepy looking. Hans, dear, I love you, but you could babble on forever. And I believe time is of the essence. The painted elf addresses you. Unprogrammable, is it? Delighted. The bug you fought was not merely a magical awakened animal like a wyvern or a hydra or anything else in the sixth world. In fact, it isn't from this world at all. It's the physical embodiment of an insect spirit from another plane of existence. Well, shit. Damn. If only I chose academic. Oh well. Imagine that moving from one plane of existence to another isn't easy. Before you go on, I've got to ask, who the hell are you and why are you dressed like that? Is that why I couldn't kill it? So I'm actually all for the second question, because this, I'm assuming guy, is a little weird looking. So let's go with, before you go on, I've got to ask, who the hell are you and why are you dressed like that? Excellent question. One I've asked myself many times. Now, an insect spirit can't simply thumb a ride through astral space and show up on Earth late for dinner. Dinner in this case being us. Two elements are required to bring one across the void. A shaman and a host. First, the spirit calls upon a shaman, often in dreams. The spirit seduces the shaman with promises of great power. The shaman then accepts the spirit as his totem. Next, the insect spirit requires a suitable host. So I think he knew a little bit more when I asked him about it. Yerk. The best candidates are the disaffected and disenfranchised. In short, the weak-willed. Their minds are the most susceptible to suggestion, which is helpful in making the transformation. As you may imagine, these are the sort of people easily attracted to a cult, such as the Universal Brotherhood. Finally, by performing what has been truly by performing what has to be a truly disgusting ritual, the shaman serving the insect totem implants the spirit into the host. Willingly or not, then it's feeding time. Oh, Jesus. Harlequin is correct. The insect spirit will then slowly consume its host, while transforming it into the spirit's own insectoid body, thus manifesting itself fully on this plane. What's this have to do with a great dragon and an elf who likes cosmetics? Whiz, bugs from another dimension need killing. I get it. Don't like the sound of this. I think the top one's a little clear. They're here because this is, beings from a completely different existence coming in. Let's go with Whiz. Bugs from another dimension need killing. I get it. No, you don't, kid. Not by a long shot. This is bigger than hunting down an insect shaman or putting a few 9mm rounds into a bug. Initial bugs prepare a nest for the summoning of a queen. Once a nest has its queen, she literally explodes with newly manifested insect spirits. They swarm out of the nest, feasting on all flesh they can find and implanting more insect spirits into the fresh corpses. Again, and again, and again. The room falls silent as they all consider the scenario faces grim. Telestrian breaks the silence. This is not an infestation, unprogrammable. It is an invasion. My Lord Warfweir knew this day would come, but he did not know precisely when, nor where. Your rescue of Mr. Telestrian's daughter has exposed the existence of an insect spirit for the first time in this cycle of the world. Then why don't you just fire cruise missiles at the Brotherhood and call it a day? So you're early to the party this time. That gives you the upper hand, right? Let's go with the cruise missile part. Then why don't you just fire cruise missile at the Brotherhood and call it a day? You have engaged the enemy. You know why. The insect spirit is the only resident in the transformed host's body. Conventional weapons can hurt the body and expose the spirit, but the spirit itself exists on two planes. It cannot be destroyed by mundane means, hence Project Aegis. So I think they tried to shove in a little bit of German with the und. Hurt the body und expose the spirit, but I didn't fall for that trap of exposing really crappy accent. Air Telestrian's biology, biotechnology, and agricultural divisions worked with my Lord Warfweir's thaumaturgical Jesus, I murdered that word. Engineers designed Project Aegis to destroy an insect spirit once it is released from its host. The formula, a fluorescing astral bacteria strain, exists in the physical and astral plane at once and can thus affect the insect spirit. Now that was a mouthful. Did you memorize it, or are you reading it off our index cards? My Director of R&D, Diane Ravenwood, will explain how Project Aegis will be used in the field. Dr. Ravenwood? Assuming that is the last one who hasn't talked. Our weapon specialists have a rapidly prototype delivery device for the fluorescing astral bacteria strain. They've created some prototype launchers which fire Aegis-filled shells. When fired, the shells will discharge a high-velocity stream of the bacteria. In order to destroy one of the bugs, it must be first damaged using conventional weapons or magic until the spirit is released from the host body. Then the insect spirit must be shot with the Project Aegis prototype launcher to destroy it. So in order to stop an invasion of insects from another dimension, a dragon and an elf co-created a magical insecticide? Aegis is a multi-dimensional bug spray. Stomps bugs dead. Got it. Let's go with Aegis is a multi-dimensional bug spray. Simply put, but accurate. We must stop the Universal Brotherhood from summoning a queen, and we must stop them immediately. You are the only one who has been inside their facility and the only one who has personally fought these creatures before. That, along with your highly effective assault upon my property, indicates that you are the ideal person to lead the attack. I'm flattered. Glad you're convinced, because I'm not. No one's ever used this magic bug juice before. What makes you think Project Aegis will actually work? Let's go with I'm flattered. The painted elf grins and its red lipstick catches the light. You should be. Come on, kid. When fate taps you on the shoulder, you've got to pay attention. Fortunately, she has the nasty habit of tapping you on the opposite shoulder, so that when you turn around, she's on your other side, giggling like a deranged schoolgirl. I hate that. Enough. Are you willing to undergo this mission unprogrammable? Honestly, I don't have much of a choice, but let's see what I have to say. You had me at killing bugs. Show me how to use the Aegis and I'll get it done. I'm a professional, and professionals get paid for their work. I assume that serving all mankind involves compensation. My job is to bring a killer to justice, not lead an assault against monsters out of nightmares. I kind of feel like this... We need to kill Jessica Watson. She's like kind of controlling it, so let's go with I'm a professional, and professionals get paid for their work. I assume that serving all mankind involves compensation. Of course, here is my proposal. If you prevent the queen from being summoned and destroy the insects in the next 1 million, in the next 1 million yen will be divided by the surviving team members. What? 1 million, sign me up. Come on, Mr. Telestrian, stretch those philanthropic muscles of yours and toss a little more money into the shadows. How much is this plane of existence worth to you? I feel like 1 million is pretty good, and I don't really want to piss him off, so let's go with 1 million. Sign me up. Excellent. Harlequin. He claps his hands, and as if seeing the circus for the first time. I love the way that short-lived are willing to die even faster. It's very inspirational. Barakos raises his hand, and Harlequin's clapping instantly stops. There is one final note. A warning, if you will. You have seen the danger the insects represent, but you have not witnessed the shaman's power. Shaman must tap into a powerful source of magic in order to summon a queen. Do not know what abilities that power source will grant. Beware of the insects, but do not underestimate the shaman. Hey, don't scare the kid, Hansel. We still need him to go on the mission. By the by, I'm coming with you, unprogrammable. I wouldn't mind seeing these creatures for myself. I missed them last time. Telestrian will bankroll you so you can hire the rest of the team. Find me when you're ready to go. Bug right out of here. James Telestrian III, he sighs. Yes, speak with Harlequin when you are ready to depart. If you wish to acquire additional supplies for your mission, find my assistant Quoth. He is highly resourceful. What? Sweet. Where do I have? 15 karma. But I want to spend my karma right now. I might actually wait. Why is this guy blue? Why are you blue? Okay, cool. Show me what we got. Algernon. So, an area effect that spell increases cost of magic by 1 AP. Oh, I liked slow-mo from last time. Let's get slow-mo and then Conjuring 8. Oh. That, and let's try to get Conjuring 8. I'm gonna spend the money without even being able to really use it. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to put Hellstorm in there when I can. Oh, yeah. Can I buy consumables? Yes, I can. Sweet. Let's get a Earth and a... yeah, that's it. Let's just get an Earth. Cool. Confirm. What can Han say? We did not allow many opportunities during our briefing for you to ask questions, Shadowrunner. You may ask them now. How did the insect spirits get here? When the membrane between planes thins, the insect spirits reach into the minds of a shaman and begin their manipulation, playing on weaknesses and offering unlimited power. If the rituals needed to bring the spirits here are performed... oh, wow. I said that as if it was part of another sentence. But once a shaman takes on an insect spirit as a totem, they begin to inevitably decline into insanity, slowly losing their humanity. Eventually, the shaman completely succumbs, choosing the contentment and sense of clear purpose that part of a hive provides. Perform your role, serve your queen, that is all. If Lofwer had seen this before and knew another was coming, why didn't he move faster? Based upon the previous cycle of magic, the first insects are not due to appear for another 700 years. My lord Lofweir believed he was well ahead of schedule. Something is different this time. It is concerning. Why do you think it's different this time? Perhaps it is due to the population of humans and metahumans on Earth being so much higher than in previous ages. As a result, the volume of magic created by sentient beings is correspondingly higher. Or perhaps it is the density of population coupled with the advances of society and technology that has altered things. I think I sped up his speech a little too much there. Magic has never returned to a world like this one before. The density of sentient creatures, coupled with the density of information, coupled with a new concept, the technological persistence of memory, heightens a society's existential angst. Thus, more people realize how truly horrible existence is simultaneously. That in itself may be a form of magic. Loftweir is studying the question now. What is it like to serve a great dragon? The German man's eyes narrow. Do not misconstrue my relationship with Lord Loftweir. I do not serve. Where do the insect spirits come from? As the level of magic in the sixth world grows, the lack for a better word, the distance between the various planes of reality decreases. When the membrane between the planes is thin enough, ritual magic can be used to draw beings from one to another. I should go. Yes, good luck. Well, shit. Oh, let's go talk to Mr. Quoth, see what he has to sell me. I guess show me gear. Cool. Okay. Oh, data jack. No, I think I've got the best weapon I can get right now. Actually, jeez. Consumables. Let's get me premium health back. Done. Cool. Show me outfits. So I only have 12 grand left. I've got the highest, so let's just stick with that. I think I'm good. So let's try to get, I think, Conjuring 8. I need it. I'm at Conjuring 6. Oh, I'm not going to be able to afford this. Oh, I lied. I just can afford it. That's pretty sweet. Confirm. Let's go into here. Oh, equipment, there you go. Go to there. Cyberware? I think I can do this before I actually go on my mission. So I think, oh, wait, go talk to Louise Telestrian. See what she has to say. I was listening. It sounds bad. Yep. Thank you for everything. It'll be fine. Piece of cake. Could be worse. Could be rainy. Let's go with that one. Could be worse. Could be rainy. She smiles. It's Seattle. You look like you have a question. Why were you locked up at the Universal Brotherhood? Father didn't approve of my boyfriend and tried to scare him off. Something went wrong and Hakeem ended up in a wheelchair. Father covered the whole thing up and lied to me about Hakeem. He told me horrible things. Her jaw clenches. I believed him. My Aunt Lynn told me the truth about Hakeem and how my father lied. She preyed upon my anger. I was so disgusted with him, it was easy for her to get me to leave and join her new family at the Universal Brotherhood. Why did Lynn Telestrian and the Universal Brotherhood want you? I don't know why I said I already know. Aunt Lynn was very excited to have me there. Almost manic. She talked about the inner circle and how I was going to be at its center. She said I would be their queen. The way she spoke, it was as if she'd seen God or something. Her eyes close and she hugs herself tightly. But it's not God she sees, it's bugs. Only bugs. Was it Hakeem who helped you in the Matrix? She smiles in love. Yes. Even after my father ruined his life and convinced me to hate him, he's still been watching over me. My angel in cyberspace. Baron Samedi. Okay. After we escaped, I told Hakeem that the Brotherhood about the Brotherhood and about the bugs. It was his idea to steal Project Aegis so you could go back into the Universal Brotherhood and exterminate the bugs. But I don't know how he knew about it. Baron Samedi just knows things. What did Hakeem tell you about us breaking into your father's office? Nothing. I haven't spoken to him since last night. Why? What happened? It went as planned until your father's people found me and brought me in. We went in hard and fast. It got bloody. He hasn't contacted you? I don't really want to tell her I killed a bunch of people. Let's go with he hasn't contacted you? Nope. and I thought he would by now. Did something happen to him? Sure, he's okay. He was in the Matrix the whole time. Last I heard from him, he'd been made. They were coming for him. Oh, okay. I don't remember hearing about that, so let's go with, I'm sure he's okay. He was in the Matrix the whole time. That's what I thought. Hakeem is amazing in the Matrix. I'm sure I'll hear from him soon. I should go. Cool. I think that is it for people I can talk to and things I feel like buying. So, I believe I'm going to end this episode here. Found a whole bunch, and we are going to now, I guess, take on the Universal Brotherhood with Telestrian Industries at our back, which is kind of nice. As always, feel free to comment, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.